Opportunity to reply, Madam Speaker, allow me to extend my sincere appreciation to all the honorable members who spoke to this bill, including even those who wanted to contribute and didn't get time or they are not in within this time that you've called me to reply. And Madam Speaker, the key areas that were raised in the debate were one, the remuneration of the board members, whose suggestion was that the sub-county education board members should receive allowances akin to other public servants, and it is a valid consideration and it can be incorporated through the amendment at the committee of the whole house, Madam Speaker. Two, there was the definition of the sub-county education board, and some honorable members and more to Honorable Kenan sought clarity on whether these boards align with constituency-based structures or administrative sub-county units. But Madam Speaker, using the County Government Act, it is evident that these boards are decentralized units of the County Education Board, and therefore we should ensure we align with the existing government structures. But in case of a different opinion, I think there will still be a chance to speak to it during the time of the committee of the whole house. Madam Speaker, the other one was the appointment of board members, and there is an honorable member who proposed that we remove the wording competitive process in the nomination, and I agree to this because in many of the areas we were spelling out who is supposed to be in the board, and therefore I agree to that, and therefore we shall be able to refine this during the committee of the whole house. Madam Speaker, the other area of concern was the involvement of members of Parliament. Madam Speaker, the inclusion of MPs in the board was intended to ensure coordination between the NGCDF allocation and government resources. And without their involvement, I thought there was a risk of duplication or uneven distribution of funds, leading to inefficiencies. But still, if at all, there will still be need to improve on it, I think there is still enough time during the committee of the house, if at all there is anyone who will have an amendment towards it. Madam Speaker, the other area was the co-option of additional experts. Madam Speaker, the bill allows for co-opting experts when necessary, and Madam Speaker, this was particularly in specialized areas such as maybe an ICT required.
Honorable Wamaua, allow me to interrupt you to welcome the students who are here, to recognize them before they might leave before we recognize them. So I wish to recognize the presence of Nguku Junior School, Kigumo constituency, Murang'a County, who are seated in the public gallery. And also seated in the public gallery is Nairobi Comprehensive School from Dagoretti North constituency, Nairobi County. And Honorable Maua, as you continue with your reply, you can welcome them on our behalf.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I take the opportunity to welcome the students who have come here so that they can see what usually happens in Parliament. And our major work is to make sure that we look at the government businesses. We also look at legislation, and we do amendment also to existing laws, depending on the times that we are in. But we encourage you back in schools to work a hand to make sure in the future there will be members of Parliament or even people of integrity
Just give her 2 more minutes so she can complete.
I was concluding by saying they can emulate and be the next members of parliament if they want to get into that, but we are wishing them to work hard in their schools, incorporating a lot of discipline so that in the future they can be people who can be able to change this country to greater height. Madam Speaker, I was saying the other concern was the corruption of additional expert. And Madam Speaker, in this bill, it is allowing the corruption of experts when necessary, particularly in specialized areas like the ICT. Maybe because we are also dealing with the infrastructure, there are also experts in the name of the quantity surveyors and architecture who can assist. If at all in the board, we do not have anyone of such expertise. Madam Speaker, the other area of concern was the staffing of sub-county education board. And Madam Speaker, in this one, the concern was that county government primarily handle the early childhood education, while basic education falls under the national government. And therefore, this matter will be refined to ensure clear delineation of responsibilities without administrative conflicts. Honorable Speaker, the Basic Education Bill number 59 of 2023 is timely. It is to respond to the growing need for greater public involvement in the decision making, particularly in education, which is a fundamental national development agenda. And by establishing legally recognized sub-county education boards, we bring decision making closer to the people, ensuring fairer resource allocation, practical governance, and responsiveness to local needs. And with that, Madam Speaker, because a lot had been debated here by members, I want to thank the House for its robust debate and the support. And Madam Speaker, I beg to reply.
We shall defer the proposing and putting the question to a later time. Putting the question to a later time. And honorable members, I just wanted to inform you that we shall defer the motion by Honorable Sabina Chege. She has requested to do it at another time. So we'll move to order number 11. So next order.
Order number 10, motion, implementation of the universal health coverage and of a policy on a mandatory use of public health care facilities by public officers. Order number 11, motion, supporting and promoting local fertilizer manufacturing industries.
Honorable Atandi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to move this motion on supporting and promoting local fertilizer manufacturing industries in the country. Madam Speaker, the significance of fertilizer sector, fertilizers for this economy. Thank you. Let me read the motion. Supporting and promoting local fertilizer manufacturing industries. Aware that the Fertilizer and Animal Foodstuffs Act 2015 provides for regulation of fertilizer importation in the country. Further aware that the Fertilizer and Animal Foodstuffs Board regulates the fertilizer and animal foodstuffs industry, including the manufacture and production of fertilizers, noting that the country currently relies heavily on imported fertilizer due to inadequate local production capacity. Further, noting that the low local production leads